What a lovely day, eh? Well, if you are in New Zealand, this is middle of winter. But that's not why I'm showing you. I just slipped down a bloody hill and done my knee in. Bear with me. The beginning is going to be the ending today. I was thinking of Nigel Farage. Yeah, you might like or hate him. Here we go. That's where I slipped. So you might like or hate Nigel Farage. Work happening. All done, Lou. And what's happening to him is disgusting. Aye. So you know I'm doing my positive Windy Pops, my positive glass half full news show. Oh look. Looking good, eh? It's just need 2 more little chairs. So we've just gone around the side of the house into here. Hey. So I just walked past around here. And there's that. Now, I wasn't going to do one this week. I did my catch up on Sunday. I also did something with Duncan on Sunday with this restream, and we did a live little show which was quite good. But anyway, getting to Nigel. I don't know anyone that's been so treated bad by the media and the establishment in the UK in my life. Now there's one thing to attack him, but I couldn't believe this when I heard the Prime Minister. I'm going to wind you up. I hate that man's voice. He is a hateful man. He is hateful, not Nigel, this guy. But let's have a look. Just have a very small snippet. I just couldn't believe it. Man standing there like he's a fucking patriot, the arsehole. I'll get to the half glass full in a minute.
This is a desperate stunt from Nigel Farage, and it's obvious why he's doing it. He is up to his neck in sleaze. Politics should be about improving the lives of millions of people, not about personal gain, not about hiding dodgy donations. And I think the public will see this for exactly what it is.
It's hard to believe, eh? This is a man that's been covered in sleaze, outgoing Prime Minister. You think he'd just keep his gob shut? Because at the end of the day, did you know some lord has given over £30 million to the Labour Party? You don't know where it's been spent, but it's just been accounted for. Now, Nigel Farage, just get the facts straight. That man was donated $5 million, which he said he was using for security. He's come out and he said he's not done anything wrong with the money, but he got given that money before he was an MP, so he doesn't have to claim it. So this is what I'm getting at about the positive side. The positive side is, if they don't like you, the establishment don't like you, they're going to go for you one way or another. And that's what they've done. They've gone for him. And for a man that's a Prime Minister who's covered in sleaze, Peter Mandelson for a start, that's the ultimate sleaze, is it not? Remember when he was given all that money for his suits, his glasses and everything, and he didn't declare that? So what I'm saying is, on a positive side, this goes to show how bad politics has become in the UK. It has become sleazy, and that man that's just been on there is the head of the sleaze. So I look at it as glass half full, that it's positive, because it's actually showing how bad things are got. And it's also showing when Times actually put out a picture of Nigel Farage's daughter's house and the address. What is that about? So on the positive side, it just highlights how bad things have become. And if I was Nigel Farage, I would have then gone and found out everyone that works in the Times, especially the reporter, and I would have then gone out and posted a picture of their house and their family's house and where they live, and see how they like it. So it's positive. It's positive. It just shows how bad politics has become in the UK. It's actually not real politics anymore, is it? It's just tit for tat rubbish. But it's good because it's highlighting the bad stuff that's going on. Right, shall we get to... God, I've got my knees still hurting. I slipped down that bloody muddy hill. So shall we go back to something a little bit more positive on the positive? Here we are. You don't have to wait for it. You know what it's like by now. I bought my first particular style of car for wedding photography on the back of this song. Wait for it, it's coming, it's getting there. Look, it's taking its time. You know what it is yet? I played this one before.
I've been driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. I bought it in Primrose.
So this is about the humble Morris Minor. So I bought a Morris Minor van, and when they originally went round, touring round London, they used Morris Minor vans, and I bought one. That's the Morris. So what I'm doing with this, I'm going to open the top, and then this will actually fold out as one picture, and I'm going to use that actual, because that's immaculate that is, and I'm going to open it up and put that in a frame and everything, so it's one big long poster, which it deserves. So when we were down the South Pier back in the day, in the early 80s, me, Richard Crisp and Phil Knights were called the Nutty Boys, and you get 1,000 or so kids in that pavilion, and every time I put Madness on, they say, well, the Nutty Boys come down, and we used to start dancing exactly like they used to, either in their music videos or on top of the pops. And yeah, you get a crowd round us. And it weren't until we finished, you know, we're skinheads still then, but it weren't until we finished we realised how many people were standing around watching us. Wish I had a video then, or even at least some photos. I still know all the moves, I just ain't going to do them anymore. I won't be quite as on it. So yeah.
I drive back to Maswell Hill. I've even been to Selseyville.
Yeah, where's my notes? I had some notes on what's going on. So Formula One as well. So I did a thing on, I sat here Monday with the screen, writing my notes as you do. And I had the screen out, the garage door shut, and I was sitting here watching Formula One. I had a choice, Formula One or watch England play. And I thought England aren't going to win, because I think statistically at that stadium, Mexico have only ever lost 2 games. And in the last 80 games, so I've been told, via ChatGPT, that they've only lost 8 games in the last 8. So I thought England are out of the World Cup. That's it, they're done. And I watched Formula One, and what an anticlimax to the British Grand Prix, Silverstone. Load of bloody rubbish. Now there's a girl on there, Naomi Schiffer. I'm getting to the positive, the glass half full. Now with the glass half full, Naomi Schiffer I don't like, because she's a bubblehead. Yes, she's a girl of colour, I don't care about that. They seem to, because it's all about diversity these days, isn't it? And she was in the, it always comes up, Williams Series racer, Williams Series, Women's Series racing, right? So I did the averages on her, and I had a look. She averaged, over the 3 years she raced, 16th. That was her. What rights does that give her to have a look at Formula One? Whereas there's another girl, she's quite short, still quite young, and she's on there the week before. She's brilliant, and she has won the Williams Series 3 times. So there's the difference between two. Anyway, on the positive side of her, with her glass half full on my side, she said there's so many regulations now that it's hard to race. That I did like, and that is true. So when it finished under the safety car on Sunday, or Monday morning, when I bothered to get up and watch it, over a few pints of Guinness, basically I've lost the thread, because I went straight to Guinness, and I've got 3 in the fridge, and I don't drink during a week. Oh jeez. So basically highlighted that under the safety car, which was a nonsense, it just all went to custard. So all of us, I could see it in everyone in the audience. I could see, just from my feelings and then seeing the presenters, where we're going up, it's gonna what? Safety car, 3.5, nearly 4 laps. And you're like, that's how you finish a Grand Prix these days? While all the other cars unlapped, they'd all unlapped by half a lap, and they still went round once more. You know, there's the other side, of course, where you go, how come Lewis Hamilton pitted? If he hadn't pitted, he would have won the race. But I don't understand, on the safety car with 3.5 to 4 laps left, they then pitted Charles Leclerc, who did win it, and Lewis Hamilton. Russell didn't, so he ended up leapfrogging Hamilton. We're talking billion-dollar companies here cocking it up, getting it wrong. So it shows they are just as, you know, when I sit there and go, that was wrong, and it was wrong. And if they hadn't have pitted Lewis and kept him out and still pitted Charles Leclerc, he would have won the race. But they didn't even talk about that. So yeah, so it shows when Naomi Schiff, who I don't like, was right when she said we're so tangled up in all this stuff that they can't race properly. There's too many points. I mean, even Lewis Hamilton at the beginning, when he went, it jumped, I think, about that much, but it went jump, right, 5-second penalty. And then when poor Kimi Antonelli, oh bless him, it's not his bad luck, it's the car's bad luck. But poor Kimi, when he accidentally went off the track because a piece had failed on the car, he ended up getting a 5-second penalty. Why would you give someone a 5-second penalty? It has to be a human, rather than it just being straight down the line, you have now exceeded track limits X amount of times. Yes, he did exceed track limits, but the big but is, look, that piece fell off his car and he swerved off, and he didn't gain an unfair advantage by going back off from the track straight back on, and he got a 5-second penalty, poor lad. It's just so bogged down with regulations. It's lost its way. I understand safety, but the rest is just really ridiculous. And on the positive side, half glass full, it highlighted on Sunday things have got to change. So it was a positive. It was a positive. On the other news, oh, got it down here. I couldn't believe it. Barnum, the village of Barnum. What's that love not hate anti-racism group? They filed a petition to stop the 1,200 asylum seekers coming to their village. This where near their headquarters is. And they said, it's not because we don't want them here, it's because we don't want all the aggro with all the protesters coming in to the village. And there's only 600 villagers, right? So there's going to be 1,250, got to get it right, Gary, 1,250 asylum seekers coming just outside the village to a very peaceful village of people. Will be just white, I'm saying it, of 600 have no say in it, and the hate race people have even said we don't want them here, but it was because we don't want all this trouble from the protesters, yeah, whatever. I mean, they think we're bloody stupid, eh? So that's a positive. So that's highlighted another problem, isn't it, that you're going to end up with more asylum seekers in your village and actual villagers, and there is a primary school there. That's amazing, eh? So you see when my brain's going, and you should do the same. So Matthew, I know you do follow my stuff, and you said in the last one, oh, you should have a rant. I'm not going to rant anymore. I don't see the point of ranting. I'm going to see the positive in every negative, because every time there's a negative, something positive will come from it somewhere. Bit like Formula One. Nigel Farage, which is going to be an absolute shit show. I'm not a fan of his. I am not a fan of his, but I actually feel sorry for him and now his family. He's practically self-funding his own security, which 5 million was for. It's just horrible, eh? But I like it because it's exposed. And he's now, what's funny, he doesn't like Tommy Robinson, right? Or particularly a fan of Katie Hopkins. Katie Hopkins is top shelf as far as I'm concerned, because she gives negative news in a positive light. It's always a bit funny, darlings, and all that, you know, in backshit bonkers Britain. And it is bad. So she says it in a very positive way, all what's wrong. But Nigel Farage has always attacked Tommy Robinson as a far right. He deserves all he gets. He's now getting exactly the same that Tommy Robinson got. Exactly the same from the establishment. Except the difference is they won't not lock him up and then have someone knock 4 of his front teeth out. And he won't have Elon Musk on his side like Tommy Robinson has. He'll have Donald Trump. Donald Trump. So I'll finish. FIFA. We know it's corrupt. So Donald Trump, again, this is positive. So again, Donald Trump turned round. Hey mate, head of FIFA, we know. FIFA, very corrupt. But people could, no, surely not. Hey, head of FIFA, overturn that red card. And it shows if you're in a political position or you're a powerful person with a lot of money, you only have to ring someone up. It just so happened this was Donald Trump. So what about all the other times and all the other things that go on? And if I was that lad And good luck to USA, because they've done extremely well getting where they have. If I was the lad that was sent off and I weren't going to play in the next game, I wouldn't play. I know what's going to happen. The chance are every time, especially if he was in the UK, he got the ball, they boo him. You know, and it isn't really his fault, that's Donald Trump's fault. Karma. I'm a big person with karma. I don't need to be around karma normally to see if someone's been horrible to me or my family, not my family, but me. If they've been horrible to me, I know the karma will come and hit them. And I remember Steve Newsham, a complete and utter wanker who is won estates in the UK. I've said this before about him when I went and took him to court. He said his problem started when he got rid of Gary Kettless. And he actually said it in his office, in a meeting with everybody, because they then emailed me. So karma is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And unfortunately, I think it will come back on USA big time as karma. We'll get it. You'll bet someone, you'll get it back every single time. So that's it in Gaza's batshit bonkers New Zealand. Asylum seekers. That's the thing, eh? That's the big one in the UK. It's now totally exposed. It's out there. It's positive because now by having this exposed and this extra 1,250 asylum seekers who come across on boats, men of fighting ages, it's actually exposing it more. So it is positive. Yes, it looks pretty negative to the villagers, but they are out there protesting, which is positive, isn't it? It is positive. So that's it in Gaza's life. I'm now going to put some ice on my knee before it swells up because I've got a big run to do tomorrow. You have a good day, folks. Let's just do a little bit more, shall we, on madness. Come on, where are you? Oh, it's finished. We'll just jump into the middle, shall we? Brilliant. My most favourite 80s band. So next to Slade, this is my band. Slade in the 70s, this is my band in the 80s. I've seen them 5 times. Which I did. I did mine up completely. I've done a doco on it. No, I haven't. I'll do a doco on it. Anyway, that's it, folks. You have a good midweek. I am. Keep positive. Look for the glasses half full, not half empty, because that's all the press want you to do. Look half empty and be bloody miserable. Yeah, I've finished.